I think we're live.
Looks like it.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning. How are you guys today? Ajitish says, hey, Scott.
Hello.
Durga says, hi. And we have a Bethany Primrose.
Hello. How are we looking? Does it look okay?
Yeah, you're off the screen. You gotta push it up a little higher.
Okay.
On the tab. Yeah, higher. No, more. No, I mean, you can't see the bottom, but
All right.
it'll do.
Hopefully it won't go in and out of focus today.
That's what we're trying to
That's
do.
what we've been working on. So.
A. Marin says good morning. Catherine says good morning. Scott.
Good morning.
Duke says hello. Brandy B says good morning. Emily says hi, Scott. Nameless Entity is here and says hey, hey, hey.
Hello.
Hi, friend. Art with J Dodd says hey. We have hellos. Trust Freighted Army says, oh, I love that painting. Glad I'm here on this live.
So, do we have enough people here yet?
We have 20 people right now.
Okay.
Wait, no, 69, sorry. I think it's going up a little bit. We have England is in the chat. Steph Nerd is here. We have people from India.
Hello.
Unicorn Tuber says, hello, I'm 12 and I did your art style today.
Oh, that's great. How'd it come out?
Good morning. Excited for a new art adventure, says Devin.
All right, can you all see this?
Marguerite says hello from British Columbia, Canada. Charlie says good morning. Mark says hello.
So this is a painting called Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog. And it was one of the 60 days of studying the masters. And I did it, and then we sold the original paintings because they were kind of small. And it was only after we sold it that Donna said, that's one of my favorite paintings. She just fell in love with it. And so I thought I would recreate it a little larger today. It's a day late for Valentine's Day, but what the heck. So I'm doing it without my pen and ink. I'm just going to try to recreate it in watercolors, kind of in a similar fashion to what the actual painting is. So we'll see. I have no idea how it's going to come out, but what the heck, right?
What the heck? A couple of people who are making it first time today. Hi from India. Hello from Norway. Hello from Sweden. I'm 15 and I'm working on a painting right now.
Oh, that's great.
I love your videos so much from the UK.
Thank you.
I normally can't watch these because of school.
But you guys had a day off today?
Hello from Southeast Ireland. Hello from Nebraska. You made me motivated to paint again. That's Cat Fan Always.
Oh, I love that.
Can you make a video on comic style drawing?
I'll see. I think my style has a lot of comic in it. Because I love comics. And I tried to, I was a comic book artist for a while. But I'm not sure if I'm the best person to say, here is comic style, because obviously there's so many different styles in comics. But I'll see if something comes up. Can you guys see what I'm doing here?
Sort of.
Is it overblown or?
It's tiny for me over here. No, no, it looks good now. This frame is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you get better at colors?
I think practice, but also copy the color palette of the artist in the art that you like. I think that's how you really get better at it.
Hello from Israel. Israel. Hello from South Africa.
Hello.
Gerald's first time on the live. Welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Hello and love from Iraq.
Hello.
Scott has drawn Wednesday on Watercolor Wednesday, and there's a video on that.
Yeah, I actually drew her twice.
Mm-hmm. When using a blow dryer, is it cold or warm?
Warm. And on that note, blow dryer.
Stitch says you're the reason I started art.
Oh, thank you.
Trust Freighted wants to know how long the live is going to be. We usually go till 10:30, but Scott might finish it early today.
And I forgot to hit record.
I don't know. Hello from Germany. Hi from Morocco. Hello. From India. Are we excited for the new season of Picard tomorrow, and how are we doing?
I actually wasn't excited because the first two seasons were a bit of a disappointment. But my Star Trek fans, Mark Altman, is like, it's the best Star Trek ever, which he never says.
No,
so
he never does. What, really?
he's like, apparently it's done really well. So we'll see.
I was literally watching you paint artists for 60 days.
Oh.
I've got some people doing homework. How are you, Scott?
We're doing good. We're doing good. We're we're all dealing with our own family and whatever issues and stuff like that. But I think it's good to just take some time to just get lost in art.
What is one thing you don't like about art?
Money. I wish art and money were not in any way connected.
What's that bright pink in your palette?
Well, that is, this is Rose Madder, but the bright pink is Opera Rose. So Opera Rose and Rose Madder.
Hi from India. Ellie, Scott did 30 days of painting national animals, and that would be a great one to look at for tips on painting animals. Hi from the Ukraine.
Hello.
We are wishing you well, friend. Hello and hi from Serbia.
Hello.
For class, we have to follow 2 artists throughout the semester, and I picked you. Great art.
Oh, thank you very much. I am honored.
Scott has a store at savaart.com/store, and that's how you can buy some of his paintings. Esper was taken, says hello from Georgia, the state. I'm excited to finally be able to watch live since I'm out of school today.
Oh, that's great.
Pujo says, just wanted to say your tips helped me pass my fine art project.
Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Hello from Indonesia. Hi from the Caribbean.
Blow dryer.
From Iceland.
Hello.
Asa does art, says I'm having a bad day, so this makes me very happy. Here's a question. Do you have or own a pet?
We do, and her name is Arwen. She's 11, and
she's snoring under the dining room table upstairs.
Yeah, she is. We're hoping that you have a better day.
Is putting random paint on a page that look good together art?
If you want to call it art, it is art. I mean, it can't be any worse than abstract or modern art, right? So some people tape a banana to a wall and call it art. So don't worry about if it makes you happy and if it makes other people happy, it's art.
Hey Scott, I love your content. You inspired me to break out my old art supplies and start painting again. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, my pleasure.
Nice sketch.
Thank you.
Can you do a video or maybe even a live stream on painting and drawing a map?
I don't have much experience with it, but I mean, I could try.
Hello from Antigua.
Ooh.
Hello from Australia. I think his painting of Cool J is the best.
Oh, thanks. I wasn't very happy with that one. Blow dryer.
Did you get Donna a gift for Valentine's? No, he did not, and I am not a big Valentine's person, so.
But this is this is my Valentine's thing I'm working on for her.
I love your art. It's amazing. I'm from Iceland, and I try to be like you. Absolutely astonishing.
Oh, thank you.
What did you do for Valentine's Day? We watched
a romantic comedy.
We did. We nuked some dinner, and we watched a romantic comedy sitting on the couch.
The glamorous life, people. It's so glamorous.
Since no ink line, the pencils are colored pencils or graphite?
Just graphite. Just a number 2 pencil I got from the grocery store.
Scott.
Actually, no, this one says Amazon Basics.
Scott has drawn so much Harry Potter over the years.
Yeah, there's a video on Harry Potter, all of the Harry Potter characters. This isn't normally my style. So, you know, I'm on one hand, I have no idea what's going to happen. On the other hand, I'm also giving myself some leniency to go, well, it wasn't really my style. And so I'm taking the pressure off of myself in a lot of ways.
Since being in rehab, it's hard to get motivated to do art. How do you deal with mental health and art?
I wish I could say, like, I've got an answer and this is the right answer.
This is the wrong day to ask us about mental health.
But that said, I think if you use it like a journal, like a diary, it helps. I know for me, just having a sketchbook, where I could just kind of go out and sketch the world or sketch the world around me or sketch the things, you know, that sometimes helps. So I don't know if it'll help you, but it has been helpful for me.
Morning, Jamie Brown. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kisses.
Hey, Jamie.
Your art really inspires me. Your channel is a safe space for me.
Oh, thank you.
We're happy to hear that.
There's a little touch of brown in this.
I've been working on my art every hour a day, but it's starting to look flat. I butchered a red panda drawing today after starting it with such bravado.
Oh, no.
That's okay.
Well, you're going to mess up. That's what we all do, yeah.
That's what we all do.
Tomorrow, actually, we're going to get to meet, what is it? A rhino?
Oh, a rhinoceros hornbill.
A rhinoceros hornbill at the zoo.
Morning. And we're going to meet a rhinoceros hornbill, which is very exciting. They have this very interesting horn, and it's made out of keratin, but they do some very fun things, and they're very loud. You bring your headphones. Okay. They're very loud. Hi from Pakistan.
Hello.
Let's see. Why did you decide you want to use YouTube as a platform?
It was actually my friend Dan who suggested that I try it. We were on YouTube or on TikTok together, and he says that YouTube is paying very well, and they were for a while too.
Doing homework while I watch. Have you ever drawn a peacock?
I think so. Yeah, I did. I did for a school project in college.
Have you ever used masking fluid?
I did, and I have some. I'm not really a fan of it because I feel like I'm spending more time masking, and it would have been just as easy for me to just paint around the stuff.
Lily Chick says good morning.
Good morning.
Scott just reminded me I needed to draw something myself that should be done for tomorrow. Hey from Colorado, home from school today. I'm excited to get to see you live. Some of your tips helped me pass my topics in color class. Thank
Oh,
you
that's
for being
great.
awesome.
That's great.
What's your favorite drawing you've ever made?
Probably the Animal Crackers movie poster.
What gives you the motivation to draw even when life gets hard?
Um, I think I've just always been of the mind of um, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. You know, Dory from I think I'm just like that, and so for
He
me,
is.
I would rather just keep doing it when things are hard, because it at least gives me that feeling like, okay, everything is crappy today, but at least I did this.
Yeah. Good evening from Vietnam, says Ruby. I'm feeling inspired with the 60 Days of Studying the Masters video, so now I'm drawing Two Women by Andrew Loomis,
Oh,
but with kiss
fantastic.
marks added.
Oh, I love it.
Can you give me tips on backgrounds, for example, a city with lots of towers, please?
Photo reference. Find a reference and copy it. You know, copy a whole bunch of different references to get what you need.
I don't know where you are, Siri. Um, so maybe if you want to put in what country you're in, maybe someone can post if they know reasonably priced art supplies in your specific country.
Blow dryer. Now, I am not trying to copy this stroke for stroke. Can you all see that? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna Alt Tab. Or
I can see it. Yeah,
I just want to. I don't know if it's in focus because I have the focus
yeah.
set to.
No,
Okay.
that's fine. We can see it.
But as you can see, you know, like I'm not doing every cloud exactly. I'm not copying every little thing exactly because this is watercolor. I'm doing watercolor, and this is most likely oils. And so I'm not trying to replicate, not that I couldn't if I took the time to. I'm not trying to replicate it. I'm trying to let the watercolors still be watercolors.
Um, have you seen, Jennifer wants to know if you've seen The Witcher and what you thought about it, and could you draw somebody from the series? And then says, love you two so much, I wish you all the best.
Oh, thank you.
Very sweet.
I
Thank you.
watched the first season.
I didn't.
I did paint Henry Cavill, and I have painted a cosplay of Siri, but I didn't get into it enough to make it a second to make it through the second season, or to attempt to watch the second season.
Um, yeah, for a few of you asking, I'm fine. I just didn't sleep last night because Arwen kept me up all night long again.
Yeah, Arwen is old and she's sick.
She has a heart condition, and
So-
so she's up all night, and I slept with her in the guest room so Scott could sleep, and she just, I didn't sleep, so I'm a little tired today.
But like I said, everybody's dealing with stuff behind the scenes.
Correct.
And you know, we all have our own things. Right now, we're dealing with a dog who's,
Yeah.
you know,
She's just sick. She's old and
she's
she's
sick. She's old and she's sick.
Yeah,
So,
that's it.
and we're just trying to give her the best life. And Donna's been really great about, you know, getting up every 2-3 hours to let her out if she's coughing or she's having, but she's not in any pain. And you know, she's just,
She's very high maintenance,
yeah.
and it's a lot of work. But thank you. I wanted to ask how your art practice throughout your art improves, and what could be some tips on trying to improve.
I've found that I've improved the most when I've drawn every day. You know, I've really gotten better over the last couple of years because I've been posting online and making you know, making this a priority. And so just like anything else, if you do it a lot, you're gonna get better. And so I think that's definitely one. The other time that I think I really kind of moved to a new level with my art was when I discovered Art Nouveau and
Yeah.
decided to
Absolutely.
adapt that, yeah, to my style. And so I think that's something that I would highly recommend is finding a movement or a style or an artist that you really admire, copying that and adding that to your
Repertoire.
yeah.
I like your videos. They're motivating and educational.
Thank you.
My paint by number is going really well, Tracy. Thank you for asking. I'm really enjoying it. Some of the paints were dried out, but since I bought it on Amazon, I messaged them, and the seller replaced the paints.
Yeah, no
That
cost.
day they messaged me right back and
Really,
replaced
really
the paints.
nice. Yeah.
It was very surprising that they were so quick with that. So I'm waiting for new paints, but I'm using other colors in the interim time, and I'm really having a good
I
time.
still wish you would have asked them, but because it looks like they sent her acrylic paints in these little, you know, little tiny tubs, and you're going, of course they're going to dry out, you know, within hours. And this can't be the first time. And is acrylic paints the best thing to send to people, especially people who don't know about acrylics and I don't know. So I'm curious as to know why.
I will ask. Um, okay, it's a bird that we're going to see tomorrow, and it is called a rhinoceros hornbill. And when you see the video, you'll understand why. And we will be going to the Nashville Zoo. You're a bit like the Bob Ross of our
Oh,
generation.
thank you.
What Harry Potter character should I draw?
Well, if you ask me, it's always Severus Snape. He's the most fun to draw. My favorite is Sirius Black, but I think the most fun to draw is always Severus Snape or Professor McGonagall.
I wish you guys had a line of journal notebooks and that Scott had his art on the cover and Donnie designed the pages. That would be nice.
Oh,
Ruby, you're very, very, very flattering, very sweet. Maybe someday, but
we're just happy to be able to spend time with you all.
yeah. Um, Thank you for uploading your zoo adventures for us. I'm kind of a homebody, so I'm living vicariously through them, and it makes me
Oh,
happy, says Gail. Well, we're happy to do that. Let's see. Have you ever painted or drawn someone who was painting or drawing?
oh, do a painting of someone painting?
Mm-hmm.
No, no.
He did a painting of me in his sketchbook, and I was writing when we were in Venice. Let's see.
Did
Hi
I?
from you did. Yeah,
I remember.
I
Okay.
thought you did. Either that or you just took a picture of me, one of the two.
Yeah.
But I thought you
No.
I thought you put it in your sketchbook. Um, that's pretty cool. Instead of doing an exact copy, you're adding your own flair. That is art.
Thank you. I did that. If you go and you watch I just posted, someone had asked for hey, can you take all of the 60 days of studying the masters and put it into one video? So I did. So hold on a second. Blow dryer. Blow dryer. Sorry, I realized that the blue was not um, dry, and so it was going to the brown was going to bleed into the blue. Um, but yeah, so I put all 60 videos together into one big video, and in there is this one, and it's smaller, and I did it with ink and watercolor. So this time I'm trying it in a different way. I think the background is way too dark. I think I went too dark with this.
For all of you who are saying about Arwen feeling better, thank you. We really appreciate that. She's a good kid. Nixia says you did Norman Rockwell's self-portrait, and that is a painting and a painting.
That's true.
I'm finally able to sketch a stream because I'm not in math class. I got a snow day.
Congratulations.
I rarely see you use a big brush to put a large wash over the painting. Isn't it going to be more tedious? Just curious because I often have inconsistent color palette when I do that.
No, it's a bigger piece, and so I'm going to use a bigger brush. And when you're painting a sky, you're going to need to fill it up with more color. You don't want to do like little tiny dabs.
Ruby wants to know, Donna, have you ever walked in on Scott drawing something very suspicious, like it's for art but out of context, it looks a bit scandalous?
Yeah, I used to do pinups back in the late 90s, like Wonder Woman and Batgirl and whatever.
He's not great at pinups.
No, I was good at pinups. I wasn't great at any kind of nudity, is what I think. But no, the pinups was, there'd usually be a woman I'm using for reference, and she's in spandex or a bikini or something like that. But Donna never got jealous or anything like that. She knows it's just art for me.
There, however, have been some interesting paintings he's been asked to do, and I'll leave it at that.
Got some interesting commissions, we'll say.
Oh boy, howdy have we. How do you motivate yourself to draw?
I think you kind of have to look at it as if you have to motivate yourself to draw every single day, is that really what you want to be doing? I think that's the way I look at it, at least, is this is what I want to do, so I want to keep doing it. And it's not that every single day I want to make art. I mean, it is sometimes a slog, it is sometimes hard, but
that's life.
Yeah, that's life, If you really want to do something, you have to keep reminding yourself that you really want to do something.
If you want to do something, you have to keep reminding yourself you really want to do something. That's very true. Anne Marie is here and says, for those who know, Obi still thinks the blow dryers means kisses. Just dropping in for 5 minutes that I'm out of class.
Nice.
Donna, can we see your own tips on journals and journaling? I'm really trying hard, but I just want to do a little better.
What would be kind of fun? Would you guys ever want to do a Q&A with Donna and she could just do a live and answer all your questions about journaling? That would be so much easier than you doing a video is what I'm saying.
I'm not great at making videos, guys.
I know.
I'm just not.
I know, but you can answer questions.
I could. We could do it on a Fart Around Friday.
Yeah. We could do a special day just for that, if you guys want to.
Okay.
I'll post it.
From a Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
Yeah, I'll post it in the community, and we'll pick a day, maybe a Saturday or Sunday or something, and then you can all decide, and then we'll set up a live. And I'll read the comments.
Oh, seriously? You'll read the comments?
I will need 6 cups of tea.
That's a minimum. The bare minimum. That's how that works. My son loves your videos. He has autism and would be very happy if you shouted him out. His name is Nick.
Hi, Nick. It's so nice to meet you.
That was Nick's dad.
Oh,
that's his screen name, Nick's dad.
Thank you, Nick's dad.
We love you, Nick's dad. You're cute. Have you ever thought of trying a different form of art like cooking or photography?
I did do some...
You do not want to see him cook, folks.
Hey.
No. Photography he's fantastic at. The barbecue...
I make a mean pizza.
Great. He does make a mean... Oh, and bread. You're great with the bread maker.
We got a bread maker.
Great.
But yeah, I did...
We bought ourselves a bread maker. We gave that to each other for Christmas. He's great at making
bread. But I did do some photography videos.
You did?
And you can see them. I'm not going to change careers or anything, but I do love photography.
Are you married?
Yes. We just celebrated our 30 years.
God help us all. I had a time when someone was drawing me while I was drawing. It was the funniest feeling being stared at when I was drawing and it not being just looking at the art kind of thing. You know, I've taken pictures of you and video of you while you're drawing. Does that count?
It does. You're art. You're an artist.
I'm an artist. Donna, I loved your enthusiasm on the Red Panda video. It made me so happy. Sometimes I still listen. Red Panda, Red Panda. Okay, so in all fairness, about 98% of that was me, and 2% of that was acting. So just so you guys know, that's
she usually has a bit of decorum, but she was so excited.
I had no decorum that day. I was like, forget, you don't even know. Like, just getting to be there, and like I held out this little piece of apple, and she took it with her little paw, and I just like, that was it. I had tears. Couldn't handle it. It was so cute. Where do you get your paint palettes? Okay, Mia, if you look in Scott's art supply list, which of course our lovely mods have already tagged you in that, there you go. So we're good. I thought after being in a few lives that Donna could use a mic as well. It is difficult to hear her. Just a thought. Oh, we have the other mic going today.
Yeah, I mean, we did. We took your advice, and yeah. Donna has her own mic.
Got us.
You can't hear her better? Because everybody says that they can hear her better.
Yeah. Can you not hear me better today? Will Donna shake an ink bottle over some piece for Scott to freak out? Oh, Scott will not freak out, Anne-Marie. You know he won't. I think it'll be fun. He'll be like, hey, here's an ink bottle. Steph Nerd says, I need more coffee if this is happening. Oh, God. Perhaps a live that switched roles. Donna does a piece of art and Scott reads the questions. Oh, Donna does not do art, but I can show you journaling, and we can play with fountain pens. Yes to the journaling live. Yes, please. Sounds fun. Yeah, it'd be cool. Reverse roles. Scott asking the questions. Jamie, that's so funny. I'd love a Donna Q&A. Devin says, hi Scott, I took your advice and spent my birthday yesterday at the Detroit Institute of Art and just drew everything I was looking at and had so much fun. Thank you for your inspiration.
Oh, that's wonderful, Devin.
That makes me so happy.
I bet you had a great time.
Was it awesome? Was it just like the best day? Nico, I'm getting to the age where I see a lot of young people being amazed at art and I get insecure that maybe I didn't practice or learn as quick. Do you relate to this and how do you combat it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was so into Spider-Man, so into comic books, that I did not draw all the things that I should have drawn. I didn't study painting. I was just all about comics. And I wasted 20 years. But I picked all this stuff up.
Waste it.
Hold on. Blow dryer. Well, I can only imagine how much better of an artist I would have been had I taken, it seriously, had I listened to the teachers a little better, et cetera, et cetera. That's all. But no, it's we all feel that, oh, had we done this or if we would have done that, we would have been better. It's human nature, and you can't change your past. You have different priorities when you were younger.
Let's see. What are some tips for beginners that want to do watercolor? Also, how do you know what colors to use?
Well, I'm looking at a painting. Mm-hmm. I am studying a painting, and I am using colors that I think are close to the ones that I see in the painting. If you're going to be studying from a photo reference or from real life, you look and you say, okay, that is blue with a little bit of green in it. That is orange with a little bit of purple in it, or you can, and that's just how you kind of figure it all out. And with watercolors, you work light to dark. So you see, I started with very light blues and added some Payne's gray. I'm adding a little bit of browns, and I'm working from the distance, which is the lighter, and I'm getting more contrast and darker colors towards the foreground.
Santa says, happy day to you all. Best wishes, Scott, Donna, and Arwen.
Hi, Santa. How are we doing?
Big kisses to you and Mrs. Claus and the puppies and all the elves. We send our love and happy belated Valentines. What's your favorite sport?
Hockey.
You guys don't have to ask any questions. It's totally fine. It's fine. David says, you and the man who does the ink monsters, that's Kim Diaz Home.
Yeah.
Because they said, I forgot his name, have inspired me to pick up art again. I am 34 and was diagnosed as autistic last year, so I'm trying to recover the joys of my childhood.
Oh, well, welcome. And yes, Kim is amazing and
very talented.
So talented.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He did another video this morning describing how he does the ink monsters. So you guys, if you want to see that, you should check it out.
Yeah, you should really follow him.
Yeah, give him a follow. And he makes something out of nothing.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting to watch. He's also one of those ones that's a little more on the reserved and shy side. It takes a lot for him to get in front of the camera and do what he does. So give him some love. Let's see. I have an important question. I do a lot of art and I mostly do digital and clay art, but I feel like digital art is not art and I feel bad for doing it. So I also paint, but I kind of lost my motivation.
So there's a video, if you want to see, where I talk about how I got to be the artist on Spider-Man. And, you know, I'm a traditional artist and I had always wanted to be the comic book artist on Spider-Man. And so I tried for 20-something years to try to get that, and I got rejected. And what had happened was my day job was in animation, you know, doing CGI animation. Well, I got offered the job if I did Spider-Man with CGI, no drawing. They didn't want my drawing, they didn't like my drawing, and I went through this existential crisis of, is it art? I don't feel like it's art, you know, because it wasn't drawn like normal comics are drawn. But it was a chance to do Spider-Man. And so I took it and I did the best that I could.
Yeah.
And it's art. You know, you whether it's digital or traditional or sculpture or, you know, interpretive dance, it's art. And I think that's what I want everybody to just understand is it's art. Digital is 100% art, and it takes so much talent. I've tried digital painting, and I'm not very good at it. I'm sure you're a much better digital artist than I am, and it's just, trust me, it is art. It is art.
Santa sent a very generous tip and says, "Thank you for creating such a positive, welcoming, and motivating space for so many. You two are amazing."
Santa, you're way too nice.
Well, if we've learned anything about being inclusive and being welcoming and loving, it's from you.
Yeah.
Dear friend.
None of this would have happened if not for you, Santa.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen. We're very grateful for your friendship. Nick's dad, you can like oil pastels, acrylics, you can like whatever makes your heart happy.
I would stay away from oil pastels. They're evil.
Ryan says, "Thank you for introducing Kim to us. I'm going to show some of his work to start an ink project with my grade 10s today."
Oh, that's great.
That is fantastic. I love that. Silver Spot. There is a video on how Scott found his art style. It's called My Art is a Mosaic. I'm looking at multiple artists and practicing some of their styles by outlining their artwork. Do you think this will work? It absolutely will.
Yes, but just do this. Outlining is one way to learn. Just try to see the shapes too. It depends on the artist. Some artists are very designy, and so just outlining is just fine. But you don't want to just trace the outline. You want to feel the clothes. You want to look at the paint strokes and see the form. You know, so try to do that as well. I just want to make sure that when I was younger, and I would trace exactly what I saw, and I wasn't feeling the shapes. I wasn't understanding the structure. So just try to understand the structure while you're doing it.
Favorite children's books growing up?
Well, Spider-Man, but I know it's not technically a children's book.
Mm-hmm.
But
Have you,
Dr. Seuss.
have you ever met a fan or a hater in person? If yes, how did you feel?
I've only met a fan once, and I made a video, or not a video. I made a community post about it. If you ever want to go back and look at it, but it was rather comical and tragic.
Oh, it was hysterical, actually. I thought it was just hysterical because this person gushed to me about how great Scott was, and
all I could say was, "I got to go to the bathroom."
He did. It was really funny.
I felt horrible,
but it was cute because he did a little drawing for this person on a little card that was there, so it was cute. This channel is my comfort place these days. I love how calm and wise Donna and Scott are.
Oh, thank you.
You're so sweet. I went to the Met Cloisters for my birthday and attended a drawing session there on Saturday. It was so much fun getting to draw things I don't normally draw, like architecture.
Oh, that's great. The Cloisters looks amazing.
Yeah, that looks so much fun. Oh my god. Hi Scott, I'm autistic too. How do you get inspired every day and stay motivated to draw?
It's tough. It really is. But, I think I tried to do something different every day because I would get bored if I did the same thing. And so I might do markers one day. I might do I might do a person one day. I might go out and sketch a building another day. I might do cartoony. I might do more realistic. So I think
Wow,
I'm all
it's a mood thing for you.
I'm all over the place, and so I think that might help to just say, you might want to try copying another artist. You might want to try doing something in your own style. Just do whatever you feel is gonna make you happy. And some days you just want to you don't want to make art, and take a day off if you need to. You don't have to make art every day.
Can we just all be kind to ourselves? Because there are days when you just don't feel like doing things, and that's okay. It is okay to have a day where you take some time for yourself if you just need to sit and read a book, or you need to go outside and take a walk. There's no rules to this life thing, and there's no rule book.
Yeah.
So we all have to do our best. And your mental health and who you are and how you feel is important. So, anyway. Tips on pre-mixing colors versus layering, when to do which.
I pre-mix colors with gouache. I layer with watercolor. That's me personally.
Is it a preference thing?
It's just I like the way it looks.
You like the way it looks.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong. I just I like the
That's
look
where I was
of
going.
it.
There's no right or wrong with it. So maybe try layering, try mixing colors, see which one you like better.
Yeah.
What's your favorite watercolor brand, honey?
Winsor and Newton.
I'm starting with watercolors, and when I paint, the paper becomes really wavy. What am I doing wrong? Nothing.
No, there is a video on that. If you look at paper warping video, and also there's one on taping down your art. It's we all have to do it. This is very, very expensive Arches paper. It is.
You're doing it on Arches paper?
Of course, nothing but the best for you.
Wow. That hurts.
140 pound, 300 GSM.
Like $15 a sheet.
Yeah,
paper.
but you can see it is warping.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. Hey, I wanted to say thank you. This is Tony. You inspired me and gave me the confidence to get back on my journal with art. It helps me a lot with my overall confidence struggles. Lots of love from Germany.
Oh, fantastic.
That's great.
Thank you for telling us that.
Yeah, I'm glad it's helping you. How should I kick myself to paint every day? Okay, please don't.
Yeah, don't.
Don't beat yourself up.
It's just, you do what you can. And like I said, if you really are trying to motivate yourself to do it, Give yourself a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Do one little 1 hour painting every day.
Yeah. Or even start with 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, do something really small. No, Scott's wife is not an artist too. I do other things, but I am not an artist. Is putting random colors on a page art?
If that makes you happy and that
Oh boy.
is something that you want to call art, then I will say yes.
Benjamin is celebrating 14 years of marriage at the end of the month.
Hey,
And
congratulations.
asks, any tips for surviving 14 to 30?
Yeah.
Buckle up.
Our 10 year was a tough year.
7, 10, and 13 were tough.
Okay. Anyways, but the point is that long marriages are a commitment by both people to see it through. You're gonna have bad times. You're gonna have times where you're not getting along. You're gonna have, but the good marriages, at least from our point of view, are the ones where both parties are committed to making it better. So what's working for you? What am I doing that's upsetting you? Okay, I will do my best to try to fix that, and vice versa. And so I really think that you both have to be committed to making the other person happy.
Well, let's rephrase that, because
some people just can never be happy.
That's me. I am perpetually miserable and unhappy. No, I mean, you have to take responsibility for your own happiness. You can't expect your partner to
fulfill
happy.
every possible
Exactly.
need. Yeah,
There's no person out there that can fulfill every single need.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why you fell in love with this person to begin with. And when times are really hard, you remember why you fell in love with that person, and you work together to make things better.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got married in the hopes of growing old together. Correct. So you set off on a journey together. You don't just give up.
That's it, the journey, yes.
Yeah, you don't just give up and go, well, I don't want to do this anymore. It's you have to both be willing to say, your lives are going to change, your needs are going to change over 14 to 30 to 60 years.
Yeah.
You're different people. And you have to grow with each other.
Yep.
Blow dryer.
Bethany is correct. Our favorite dog breed is rescue. There are so many dogs out there that need a good home. Benjamin says reasons to watch / listen to the stream. 10% art, inspiration, and learning. 10% blow dryer. 80% relationship goals. I don't know about that, guys, but we do our best. What's your favorite color?
Payne's gray.
The people with the wrench in front of their name are our mods. They are dear friends of ours who help us corral this crazy amount of people who come in here, because we couldn't possibly answer all your questions, and they help us with all of that, and we love them very much. Hello, Mr. Scott. I started working with water-based markers. Are there any tips for them?
Water-based markers. Are you talking like watercolor markers like this? So I did do a video with watercolor pencils and markers, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if that's exactly what you were saying.
We do. We have a dog, and her name is Arwen, and she's a rescue, and she's an old lady. Hello from Scotland. I'm young, so I'm wondering what I should know about preserving my own art and what materials last the longest. Great question, secret agent.
Yeah. So when you're looking for your art materials, you want to look for something with light fastness. And you'll see that I've been doing light fastness tests, and I think there's a playlist for light fastness.
Playlist for that?
Yeah, there should be a playlist for that. So there is, like markers have very low light fastness. Crayola stuff has very low light fastness. So that's why I use, this is Winsor and Newton watercolors. They've been tested and they'll last like 100 years, which, by the way, is not a millennia. And but I would say, look for that. I would stick with things like, certain paints have a longer lifespan. It depends on how long you want your art to stick around. But if you're just learning, you don't really need to worry about that much. That's why the student brands are cheaper, because they don't have that light fastness. They won't last as long.
Okay. Got any tips for starting on traditional art? I usually do digital, but there's an art contest at my school and the submission has to be traditional.
Oh, I would say pick a medium would be definitely the first thing to do. I like watercolor. It's easy to get into. You could do a really nice drawing and then just splash some water over it, and it should be fine. It looks nice and artsy. If you're gonna do watercolor, get cold pressed watercolor paper. Get nice thick watercolor, like 140 pound or 300 GSM watercolor paper. Blow dryer.
Okay. I brought the zebra brush pens, but after using them, it's not as fine. What can I do?
Oh, I get another one.
You wear down the tip?
Yeah, the tips will wear down. They'll kind of get a little dull. And that's the thing. I've never run out of ink with one of these. And I always feel bad because I'm sure there's a ton more ink and I just have to either throw them away or give them away. But yeah, you really do want to find, if you like using them, you're going to have to, I save the older ones for when I have to do larger areas,
or hair, like fluffy hair or fur.
Yeah.
How do you get over writer's block? I have a story postage tapas I've been working on, and I feel like I need to keep updating, but I lose motivation whenever I start typing. Stop typing and pick up a pencil or a pen.
Yeah. I know when I have to write like a screenplay or something, I just try to give myself, like if it's 60 pages and I've got 30 days, I just go, okay, I just need to write 2 pages a day, and I just do that. But the thing that helps me write the best is having an outline, so you're not thinking of stuff. Because if you got the outline, it's really easy to write because you got everything plotted out, you got everybody's motivations worked out. You just have to just type in the actions and the dialogue. And I think that really helps. So maybe start off with a nice outline.
Jim says, this is very random, but thanks for inspiring me to pick up the pencil and open the old sketchbook.
Oh, I love to hear that. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you so much for your non-judgmental help and tips while making art and trying new things. I've learned a lot from you, and it's always a positive space. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure. Thank you all for not judging me.
I judge you every damn day. How does layering with watercolors not reactivate the layer underneath it? Good question.
Because I'm not rubbing it. I'm just plopping it on top. You see, I'm not spending a lot of time on it. I just boom, 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 boom. If I was to go like this, then it picks it up, you see? But I'm not. I'm just... just kind of doing that.
I've got an issue that I can't start sketching on my new sketchbook. I'm so confused. Please help.
Okay, what's keeping you from sketching in your new sketchbook?
Are you afraid you're going to ruin it?
It's a sketchbook.
Yeah,
You're supposed to ruin it.
But the whole point is, remember, you always do that. You plot out that first page of your sketchbook.
Yeah, I do that too.
I put stickers and an inspirational writing quote in the front of my new writing journals. And that, I'm like, look, it's already in there. I can't do any
Plus,
worse
the
than
benefit
that.
of sketchbooks is that they're supposed to be experimental. They're supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be doodling and whatnot.
Yep.
I mean, you guys see my sketchbook, my travel journal, and it's all very nice and whatever. But that's one sketchbook. That's my nice sketchbook. And then I've got another one where I just doodle.
Lara says, Scott, you inspire me so much. And they asked her sister to pose. And she helps me draw people and understand poses.
Oh, that's
so I wanna say
great.
thanks and love.
Oh, that's a great sister.
I made a Mount Me landscape painting and it looked like it was made by Me, but I loved it and I want to thank you because I randomly just started after watching your video.
That's wonderful.
Do you have a favorite video game?
Ooh. Lately, it was, a few years ago, it was Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm looking forward to the new one. I hope it is just as good. We've been playing Overwatch. When I was younger, I loved the game Joust.
We're not doing a return of 60 Days of Studying the Masters, but Scott decided he was going to work up a painting of Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog.
That was Donna's favorite.
That was my favorite. Brandon says, your partner can't read your mind, speak up. That is very true.
Blow dryer. Okay, so far on this background, you've seen 3 layers. There's brown, purple, and Payne's gray. This has to get really dark. See how much darker it's going to have to get?
Yeah, really dark.
Okay, so I'm just going to keep building up layers. And where 2 parts don't overlap exactly, because, it's going to give it more texture and more flavor to it. So I'm going to be adding some reds, maybe some more browns, maybe some more, but I'm going to keep doing that. And then that will hopefully give it a feeling like I spent all of this time giving it every little crack and whatever, which I'm obviously not.
Say hi to Spanish Sass.
Hey, Spanish Sass.
Tabby Noodles has to draw a quite complicated landscape of a steampunk city for their college project. Do you have any tips?
Gosh. I would say if you have access to it, go to the Midjourney AI and type in what you need and use that as reference, because that's really good at steampunk and stuff like that.
How is Esmeralda?
By the way, Tabby, was it Tabby? What was her name?
Tabby Noodles.
Tabby Noodles needs to draw would make a great children's book. That was the first sentence you said. You said, Tabby Noodles needs to draw. And I thought, that would make a great children's book.
What should you draw? The answer is always a red panda. Do you or have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
I did in junior high in the 1980s, just like the kids from Stranger Things.
Meg wants to know if you would ever let them play Overwatch with you. They are a diamond player.
I would love that. Just look for S. Sava on Overwatch 2 and friend me.
My wife is Canadian, so has strong feelings on hockey. What team do you support? David wants to know.
I usually stick with the teams that I'm nearby. So when we were in Los Angeles, it would be I was never really a Kings fan. I think
No,
we were more of a Ducks fan.
Ducks.
When we were in San Jose, it was the Sharks. When we moved here, it was the Predators. None of them were very good, though. When we were in New York, it was the Rangers. But
I've always been a Sharks fan. I'll die a Sharks fan.
I was a goalie for many years, and so for
Was
me, I
he?
just loved the sport.
Yeah.
So I've never really had like a home team I really cared about. I've got jerseys of
God, we have jerseys of everybody.
yeah, we have jerseys from different teams because we like the players. Actually, our son Brendan was named after Brendan Shanahan from the
Wasn't
Red
he?
Wings.
In the hospital, I said, "That's my Brendan."
Yeah, but he was almost named Temu or Temu Solani from
You
the Ducks.
wouldn't let me because we're not finished.
If you guys ever want to see who Donna had the hots for, look up
Oh.
Temu Solani.
All right, look.
T
In all
T E
fairness,
was it two E's?
yeah. In all,
T-E-E-M-U.
yeah, yeah. In all fairness, okay,
He has some blue eyes.
he's beautiful. Yes, beautiful. Okay, just
Blow dryer.
Scott would like to try sculpting. He has not tried that yet. Esmeralda got out of the garage the other day and took Arwen for a drive.
Yeah, we had a good time.
We did. It was fun. She stuck her head out the window. She was very happy.
Okay, so I did like a burgundy, and now I am doing a blue.
Oh my God, thanks so much. I'll definitely check that out. And I love that my name would make a great children's book. Maybe I'll make one someday. You definitely
You should.
Let's see. The painting that took Scott the most time was the Animal Crackers movie poster.
Yeah.
Santa says, with marriage, identifying mutual goals and having the desire to help and support one another in reaching their personal goals.
Yeah.
So true. So very true. Do you like doodling as an art form?
I don't know if I would say doodling as an art form. I like doodling as a time waster for me. I'm not saying it's not an art form, I'm saying, but for me, I don't do it as an art form. When I want to make art, I just make art.
Do you have any excuse me, do you have any advice on painting skin with gouache?
There is a video where I paint Santa actually with gouache, and I talk about it.
And the rosy cheeks.
The rosy cheeks.
Do you support any soccer teams?
No, I really don't know any soccer teams.
How often should I draw at what I want to draw for fun, and how much time should I spend doing designated something in discipline practice?
Depends on how good you want to get. Honestly, like I said, everybody needs time off, so it's not like you got to do a system. It just depends on how much you want to improve, because you will improve with the more art that you make, but you could also burn out too. Blow dryer.
Oh, Spanish Sass went to sleep. Tamu is a beautiful man. You're valid, Donna. Thank you. Liska says Tamu is remarkably less rugged looking than many hockey players. Still has all his teeth. He's stunning. Just stunning.
All right, I think I can go a little darker, but it's getting there.
Thank you for teaching me how to paint with watercolors and the hair too. I love drawing the hair part.
Yeah, hair is fun.
You should try out Camel Artist watercolors. We do not like basketball.
Oh, I got to work with Shaquille O'Neal. That was kind of fun.
He did. Scott's been doing art since he was 6 or 7, and he was raised in a family of art. artists. Has it ever paid off financially? Only in the last year.
Yeah.
You are getting really dark on that rock really fast. Can you speak to that decision?
I showed the comparison. You can see I'm just trying to get to that level of darkness. And so I started with brown, went over it with purple, and then Payne's gray, and then this burgundy that I'm currently with, and then blue, and then now I'm going back to this burgundy to just warm it up a little more.
Okay, so let's talk about the painting that Scott's copying. Wanderer Above a Sea of Fog. It's a painting by German Romantic artist Caspar David Friedrich. It was made in 1818. It depicts a man standing upon a rocky precipice with his back to the viewer. He is gazing out on a landscape covered in a thick sea of fog through what other ridges, trees, and mountains pierce, which stretches out into the distance indefinitely. It is an oil on canvas. It is in the Hamburger Kunsthal Museum in Hamburg, Germany. It is 37 inches by 24 inches for my metric friends, 94 centimeters by 74 centimeters. So it is a fairly large piece. And it has been considered one of the masterpieces of the Romantic movement and one of its most representative works. The painting has been widely interpreted as an emblem of self-reflection or contemplation of life's path, which is perhaps why I like it so much right now. And the landscape is widely considered to evoke the sublime. So Friedrich was a common user of the rear-facing figure in his paintings, and this is perhaps his most famous due to the subject's prominence. The painting expresses German liberal and nationalist feeling by depicting the figure wearing an old German outfit, which was associated with the nationalist movement. He was respected in German and Russian circles, but his work was generally not immediately regarded as a masterpiece. His reputation improved in the early 20th century, and The Wanderer became particularly popular, appearing as an example of popular art as well as high culture in books in the 1970s.
Yes. Blow dryer. So I'm looking, I have about 20 more minutes left, and so I realize I will probably get about 80 to 90% of this done. Like, I think the little fine details I'll have to do when we're later today, but
how do you avoid overworking a watercolor piece?
Practice. There's no one right way of avoiding it. You just start to know what works for you and what doesn't. And then you go from there. Blow dryer, hold up. Sorry, go ahead.
What color? Watercolors seem like your favorite medium. What is your least favorite medium?
Right now, oil pastels.
Are you interested in Greek mythology?
I am.
What's your favorite thing to draw?
Hair.
Have you ever felt like quitting art?
Every day.
What do I do if I'm on holiday and I don't have my sketchbook/art material?
I did that once. Remember when we went to Key West, Florida, and I bought that little notebook and I just started sketching in that?
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just buy one at a Barnes & Noble or a gift shop or something like that and just sketch in that. Worst comes to worst, if you're at a hotel, they might have those like little notepads.
Yep, you could do that.
And a pen.
Actually said that. Yep, you got a pen and a notepad in the hotel, and that is, look, I was here and I got a notepad from the hotel I stayed in, so there's your little...
And there's a story about it too, That said, that is literally the first thing I pack is my art supplies.
Yeah, he would avoid packing socks, but he'll pack art supplies.
Yeah.
We do use an iPhone for the recordings, but for the actual live videos, we have a
You are all
webcam.
watching this through a webcam.
Correct. He has never tried painting with tea or coffee. I won't let him paint with tea because that's a waste of tea.
Unless it's Lipton.
That's true. Yes. If it's Lipton, that's fine.
If it's Lipton, Donna's going to be all Boston Harbor Tea Party.
Exactly, like, chuck it! What art supplies do you recommend for beginners who want to do charcoal?
I don't have like, hey, here's the best charcoal or here's the. I honestly wouldn't know. I would just say see what you can find and make it cheap. You would. I know for when I did charcoal, it was always with newsprint paper, but that was because we were practicing. So I don't know if you are just looking to do like figure drawing and whatever, or if you're trying to do portraits with charcoal. If you are going to need a fixative.
Okay, so, what kind of art and paintings do y'all enjoy looking at?
I like more romantic stuff. I like more a little bit of Art Nouveau, pre-Raphaelite, things like that.
I like the romantic movement too, but I also like the Impressionist movement.
She also likes stuff. She likes landscapes. She likes really darker oil paintings, like a Rembrandt or something. You know, yeah.
I love those. That's actually what's keeping me going on the paint by number, because it's got a lot of shadow and there's light coming through the windows on it, and it just makes my heart happy. Do you have any countries you really want to travel to? Yes,
most all of them, really.
Everywhere.
Yeah, we got to go to Italy last year, which was amazing, but we only, it was just Venice. So there's definitely more of Italy we'd like to see. Greece, Scotland, Ireland.
All the rest of Italy.
Yeah, my family is from Sicily on one side and Iran on the other. And so we'd like to visit that. I know Donna's got family from from Germany. So she'd like to do that.
Belgium, Switzerland.
Yeah.
At some point, St. Petersburg, but that's really not a great place to go right now. I've always wanted to go to Turkey. I want to go to Morocco. I want to go to Egypt. I'd like to go to Antarctica, believe it or not. I would like to go up to the Arctic. I would like to see that too. At one point, I wanted to go to Australia, but you guys have those spiders over there. I don't know.
Blow dryer.
Doesn't throw me.
So this is the highlights.
What size brush are you using for the fine details? Devin would like to know.
I mean, this isn't super fine. Gosh, this is a 3. My number 1 is so frayed. I don't know if you can see that, but I really need to replace these brushes.
Yes, he did paint this before.
Yes, I did. It's in the 60 Days of Studying the Masters, and that's where Donna fell in love with it. Neither of us had ever seen the painting before. People had suggested it, and then I did it, and then the painting sold.
Yeah,
and then Donna said, "I really love that painting."
Yeah.
So I thought I would paint it for her.
What is your favorite national park? Do you like camping?
I do not like camping.
There's a lot of national parks that I've been to that Scott hasn't. Like, he hasn't been to Yellowstone. I think that would be one of my favorites. And I want to go to Glacier National Park. I've been to Sequoia National Park. Stunning. Obviously, Yosemite. Grand Canyon National Park. There's a lot of places.
My favorite so far has been the one in Utah that we went to.
Mm-hmm. But that's
The
only because you haven't been anywhere else, really.
Yeah, but come on, that was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Rocky Mountains was pretty too. Let's see. What do you recommend for a kid like me who is still in school and wants to focus their studies and art? Get a sketchbook.
Yeah, get a sketchbook. Fill it with the world around you.
Mm-hmm.
Sketch everything every day.
Mm-hmm.
It'll help you so much. If I can go back and tell my younger self to do that, I would.
Mm-hmm. Hi Scott, we usually do some father-son drawing time with my son Nick. It is very fun. Do you have any ideas on what we can draw?
Oh, I love that. I tried to do that with my kids, and what we did was we had objects, like toys and whatnot. We had like an old model ship that we painted. You can take them different places and go on
Yeah.
little trips. Today
Take
we're
them
going to go
local
sketch,
places. Yeah.
this
A pretty,
building or this forest or this,
exactly.
and it's a good get out and go do stuff.
Yeah.
All right, blow dryer. All right, so
Are you planning on reopening commissions anytime soon?
I don't think so. I'm. We'll see. We'll see. Never say never.
Is there any substitute for watercolor paper?
Um, there's the what's the art block thing?
Oh, the watercolor block. The block.
No, the block thing that broke. The Masonite one.
Oh, aquaboard.
Aquaboard.
Ugh, no, just don't put it in the mail.
Yeah, I mean they're great. We've had a couple of them break in the mail.
Yeah, they're fragile. Donna does not sketch, but I write. If you had a sword that could also be used as a paintbrush, would you use it as a brush or a sword?
Sword.
Sword. Mm-hmm. What's the best thing about your lives?
Oh, I don't know. I think meeting people from all over the world is a great thing.
I guess it's a no, but have you ever used lapis watercolor?
It doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, and he's never used oils, not recently. What paper? Okay, so the best paper for alcohol markers that Scott's used was the Ohuhu
Sketchbook, yeah. Those are really
sketchbooks.
good.
Yeah, he really enjoyed those. Let's see.
All right, so right now this is still very rough. The details are not in there. I'm going to come in and with some gouache, and I will fine out some of the details after the live. And then I'm also going to come in and I'll show you real quick what I'll do is, let's see if you can see this. See these wisps? You see these wisps of smoke right there?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that with some gouache.
He has drawn Arwen quite a bit. You don't play Fortnite.
No, I tried. I just couldn't get into it.
Scott, you're making Maya sad to talk about your regrets.
Oh, I honestly,
When you get to 53 years, you're going to have a couple.
yeah, but I mean, I don't sit around pining over it.
Mm-mm.
You know, I have a great life. I'm just going, gosh, that was just time wasted. That's all it was. You know.
We're trying to give you guys the benefit of our 50 plus years and say, hey, if we could go back and do this different, we would. That's all.
So can you see how I'm adding some white here? To give it that
Has
wispy.
done anime. Good morning. You are both very inspiring. I love watching these and listening. I just got two Be Creative sketchbooks. I feel like there's so much potential in an empty sketchbook.
Oh yeah, there really is.
Isn't it beautiful when you crack it open and the pages are just new and fresh and they smell good? I love that. Scott, I have very much appreciated your open sharing of your journey with neurodivergency as a late diagnosed adult. It helps to see others facing similar challenges.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Meg says, honestly, watercolor paper is something you don't want to compromise on.
Yeah.
You want good paper, but cheaper paints will help you learn.
Yeah.
That is correct. Scott does not use oil paints, but you should check out Bethany Primrose's channel. She is doing oil paints and she's putting stuff together. What kind of gouache do you use?
Winsor and Newton. Here it is.
What's the best paper for inks? My ink always bleeds through my sketchbooks. Oh boy.
I don't use, well, actually the Canson XL the watercolor sketchbooks did really good for the inks when I was doing the ink washes.
They did. They didn't bleed.
Yeah.
But you didn't do anything on the back side of it. You just did it on the front side.
That's true.
But they didn't bleed. What pencil color and marker brands work together?
Most do work well together.
Modern Pixel is 10 years old. Really likes drawing, but I'm getting a bit demotivated because I do not have good art supplies. What should I do?
Focus on your drawing. All you need is a pencil and a paper. You don't need good art supplies.
You're 10. Cut yourself some slack.
Yeah. When you get older, you can get nicer art supplies. But right now, all you need is just a pencil and a paper. You just need to be able to draw. You get good at drawing, you'll be an expert. You'll be able to do whatever you want to.
Let's see. Have you ever heard of the God of War games?
Yeah. Our friend Bear McCreary did the score for it.
How did you come up with the name Arwen? Well, her name was going to either be Arwen or Ahsoka. Our boys were into Lord of the Rings and Star Wars: The Clone Wars. So I just wanted a girl dog because there's enough testosterone in my house. So I got the girl dog and I said, you could name her French Toast for all I care. But, so they went with Arwen. What type of paintbrush do you like the best? You have a video on that, don't you?
Yeah, I do have a video on it. I mean, I don't really have a preference one way or another. To me, paintbrushes are kind of throwaway things. But right now, I've been liking the Etcher Lab ones, which is what I'm using right now.
It's my first time seeing you live, and can you help me give you some tips for mosaic art?
Mosaic art? I don't know if I've ever done mosaic art before.
Scott's using watercolors for this painting.
Yeah.
Did you ever give up on your art? Oh,
yeah.
Boy.
For 10 years. I gave up on it, and I just did digital comics, 3D stuff. And I just was done, and when I came back 10 years later, I taught myself watercolors. But before that, I was all just 100% colored pencils, Prismacolor pencils.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars is one of my favorite shows. Has Scott ever done fan art of Star Wars stuff?
I have.
So much art.
And we are friends with James Arnold Taylor, who's the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And so the boys really got to kind of geek out. And one year for the boys' birthday, he recorded a birthday wish to Brendan and Logan from Obi-Wan Kenobi in the voice and everything. How cool is that?
Okay, so here we go. All of Scott's art supplies are in the art supply list on our website. All of the stuff that he's tried is under the resources under stuff he's tried. Okay? If you are new, don't buy Arches paper. Don't buy an expensive sketchbook. If you're just starting out, buy something cheap and try and see what you like.
Yeah.
And then go from there. Please don't buy anything expensive. It'll just demotivate you if you don't end up liking it. I don't really feel this art I'm doing. Should I give up?
If you're not happy doing it, don't force yourself.
Try
Honestly,
something else.
try something else. Maybe that's just not your thing.
Yep.
I would never say just give up for the sake of giving up.
Nope.
You know, but I would say
Don't beat your head against the wall either.
no one should be making art and not liking it. I mean, the only reason why you should be making art is because it's something that you feel in your soul, that it's something that you really want to do. You should not ever be making art and hating it, because art is like the least financially secure thing you can do, and it's such a waste for you to be, doing it and not happy.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to take a break from now.
You were watching him paint clouds with watercolors. How often are you doing? Okay, so we go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. and Central Time.
Oh, can I ask, was this a better live? In other words, did the camera not keep trying to autofocus? I tried something different today, so that way it would stay focused on the painting the whole time.
Yeah.
Can you guys tell me if it did that?
Yeah, let us know. We are friends with Bear McCreary. He did the score for our film Animal Crackers.
Yes.
And he's the real deal. He's nicer in person than you will ever believe.
Yeah.
Our boys played the Lego Lord of the Rings games, but we did not. Scott uses the zebra brush pens, and it is the extra fine, tiny one. Have you ever seen Brandon Boyd's artwork?
I don't recall that name,
name's not
sorry.
familiar
Yeah.
either. It is not a Minecraft painting. Scott is repainting Wanderer Above a Sea of Fog.
Yes, I did hear
camera
that.
looked great.
Okay, good.
It was much better. Focus was totally fine. Yep, it looked better. The video looked good to me. The camera looked great. The camera's good, but the audio was bad.
Okay.
Can you show your watercolor of Arwen?
Oh gosh, I can go find one. So whose audio was bad, mine or Donna's?
Probably you were hearing me reverb against yours. That's what everybody's... It did stay focused on the painting. That's good news. It stayed focused on the painting. I haven't seen it unfocused yet, so yeah. I had no issues. Worked like a charm. Looks like it's all good. Like it worked really well for everybody, so that was good.
Good.
I had picked up a brush for the first time in months. Never had a paintbrush felt so foreign to me. LOL.
All right, I think Arwen is in here. This was from 2018. I was still doing my ink washes, and then I started to add some color.
Okay. If you could attempt...
Here. This is when I was trying inks, and then I got my watercolor set. So this is September 2018. God, that's almost 5 years ago.
That's a long time. The travel watercolor.
Yeah, and then now suddenly everything is in watercolor.
Color, yeah.
And let's see.
Do you have any tips for art?
There she is.
Any tips for art exams?
Doesn't she look like Falcor, the dragon from
Yes, she does.
from the Neverending Story?
Yes, she does. And we don't use that anymore. We have a harness now that we use for her, which makes me happier.
All right, I think we're done.
We are done. It is 10:30 and we are done.
Yes.
How often do you do art outside of the Hobbit hole?
Maybe once or twice a week.
Yeah, some reverb for me. It sounds like I'm in a trash can hanging out with Oscar the Grouch. Thank you, Bethany.
Okay, hold on. Just want to try something real quick. Now try it.
Is this better? Hello? Hello? Hello?
We're trying to see if Donna's any better.
Is this better? Tell me if it's better. 2018 doesn't feel like 5 years ago. Arwen question, are the harnesses better or leashes on collars? No, harnesses are better for her.
She hates them.
We call her her sports bra. And so she, way better, yes, much better.
Okay, so
yes,
Donna
yes.
wasn't in front of, Donna just had the mic far away.
No, you had the mic far away.
See, it's always my
because
fault.
He thought I was loud. Oh, Donna ASMR be like. Amazing. Donna's better. Never knew the sound could be that good. Okay. Well, sorry you all have to listen to me. Hey, you didn't answer my question. Are you a superhero? No, he's human. Trust me. He started drawing when he was 6 or 7. I personally like harnesses better than leashes. I think it's a more humane way to have your dog out, and I think it's easier for them. They don't choke when you try to pull them back from something. I think it's just, that's 1000% my opinion. So everyone does their own thing, but that is my opinion. I also don't like the choke collars. Those bother me. Now the sound is crisp. Nixia, I can hear Donna in my ear now. Nice. Did you ever give up on drawing? Oh, he did indeed.
Yeah. If you, when this video's over, go back and about 10 minutes, I just talked about it.
Okay, this is so funny. It's like Donna's right next to me now. It sounds like Donna's sitting there. All right, you guys, we're going to be done for the day.
All right. Thank you all for hanging out with us.
Arwen's favorite food is anything we're eating, preferably steak. We cannot have a cat because I am severely allergic. Mufasa. But I'm only saying that because Nixia wanted me to say it. My dog has a harness because she loves to pull and sounds like Darth Vader with a leash. That is correct. Okay, I am going to come up here and hit end stream, and we thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
We'll see you on Friday. I think I might do markers on Friday.
Markers on Friday would work fine. And Donna, could you make an audiobook like that? You guys are funny. All right, well, thanks for being here with us today, and we will see you on Friday for maybe markers. But I can't promise anything because he'll change his mind 62 times before Friday. So bye-bye, everybody.